Imagine finally slapping a wireless mic on your GoPro and getting crystal clear audio that makes your vlogs sound like they were shot by a pro crew. No more wind-blasted garbage or tinny built-in mic disappointment. This thing feels like a straight-up game changer for anyone who's been stuck waiting for GoPro to deliver on its vlogging potential. Mind-blowing clarity in a tiny package that actually talks directly to your camera. But does it live up to the hype, or are there some fixable flaws holding it back? Stick around because today we're diving deep. If you're into action cams, vlogging, or just leveling up your mobile filmmaking, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel and keeps these in-depth reviews coming your way. Alright, let's talk about the GoPro Wireless Mic system. By my calculation, I've been waiting for this for almost exactly 175 months. That's going all the way back to when I reviewed the HD Hero 2 and thought, man, this could be an incredible vlogging camera if only it had decent wireless audio. Fast forward to 2026, and GoPro has finally dropped their first proper wireless mic system. Is it worth the wait, or has the competition already lapped them? I've been testing the $159 2-mic bundle. There's also a cheaper USB-only version for around $80 and a line transmitter kit for $50. But today we're focusing on the full kit. In a super crowded market with DJI, Rode, Hollyland, and others, does GoPro's take stand out? Let's break it down. First off, the hardware feels premium but practical. You get two compact wireless transmitters. These little mics are discreet, a shade smaller than DJI's Mic Mini, and crazy lightweight at just 10 grams each. You can clip them on or use the included magnets. They practically disappear on your shirt. I actually forgot I was wearing one during a dinner with friends and only remembered 3 hours later. True story. Super easy to forget they're there, which is great for natural footage, but hilarious when you realize it mid-conversation. The kit includes two receivers. One 3.5mm for DSLRs and mirrorless cameras with a handy gain dial and mode buttons, and a tiny USB-C receiver for phones, PCs, and of course, GoPros. Everything comes in a charging case that gives you around 20 hours total. Each mic lasts about 6 hours on a charge. The whole package is more compact than a lot of rivals. Rode's similar kit has a smaller case, but it doesn't hold both receivers like GoPro's does. That convenience wins for me when I'm throwing this in a backpack for a weekend shoot. Compared to the DJI Mic Mini or Insta360 options, this feels one of the lightest setups I've used. There's even a soft carry pouch for the cables. Nice touch. Setup is surprisingly straightforward, especially for a GoPro product. The big selling point is direct Bluetooth connectivity to Hero cameras since the Hero 12. No receiver needed, just power on the mic. Triple tap the button to switch to Bluetooth mode. Hold it down while powering on a pair, and boom, you're connected. You can only pair one mic at a time directly, which is a limitation, but it's clean and simple. When you want both mics, you use receivers. The USB-C one slots perfectly into the recess port on your GoPro. You don't even have to fully remove the door if you don't want to. It feels secure, even on a phone where it sticks out just a little. I do have some quirks to mention though. When using both mics with a USB receiver on a GoPro, the camera's display only shows one VU meter. At first I thought only one was connected, but both were recording. They record in split mode, left and right channels, which sounds jarring on headphones or speakers until you fix in editing. The 3.5mm receiver lets you switch to mono or stereo, but the USB one doesn't have that option yet. It's a bit clumsy, especially if you're trying to quickly share clips from your phone. Most native camera apps won't merge the channels automatically, though apps like Blackmagic Camera help. These feel like fixable software things. Hopefully a firmware update sorts out soon. GoPro's own quick and fluid apps can handle this. Another small miss: no remote record start or stop on the GoPro like DJI offers. I use that feature constantly. Now, how does it actually sound? Pretty damn good. Voices come through natural and clear. It handles background noise well in echoey rooms and even picks up decent ambient sound for non-talking shots. I compared it directly to the GoPro Media Mod's built-in mic, and there's no contest. This is way better for vlogs and talking heads. In Bluetooth direct mode to the GoPro, it actually sounded more centered and less roomy than the DJI Mic Mini. Noise reduction works nicely with the receivers to quiet things like a fan in my office. Bluetooth noise reduction has some artifacting though. Usable. But I'd probably turn it off and clean it up in post. Overall audio quality is solid. Not the absolute best in the category, but definitely an upgrade that makes your GoPro footage way more watchable. Competition is fierce in 2026. Rode started the revolution with the Wireless Go series. DJI came in hot with the mic line and has great features, though availability in the US has been tricky lately. Hollyland has solid budget options, and Insta360 has seamless integration for their cameras. GoPro came a little late to the party and priced this at a premium. It sits in the same space as the DJI Mic Mini 2 or Rode's wireless micro kit. No onboard recording or 32-bit float recording. Rode gives you a nicer OLED display and software experience. But GoPro's edge is at direct camera integration and the dual receivers for maximum versatility across devices. So, final thoughts in 2026. Is this still a good buy? I'm giving it a 7.8 out of 10. There's a ton to love. It's compact, lightweight, versatile with those two receivers, and delivers good sound, especially with GoPro cameras. It finally makes a hero series, especially something like the Mission 1 Pro. Feel like a complete lightweight vlogging rig instead of the odd one out. DJI and Insta360 had a head start, but GoPro no longer feels behind. The flaws, single mic direct connect, the split track USB quirk, minor usability things, and that premium price are noticeable but mostly fixable. None are deal breakers on their own. If you're deep in the GoPro ecosystem and want that seamless direct connection, this is absolutely worth it, and the 175-month wait was worth it. But with so many strong alternatives at similar or lower prices, especially if you don't need the direct GoPro Bluetooth, you might find better value elsewhere. For pure GoPro users who want the best audio upgrade tailored to their camera, go for it. For everyone else, shop around. What do you think? Is GoPro finally cracking the wireless audio game? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, smash like, subscribe for more honest tech breakdowns, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay filming.